Okay, so guys, hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nelly, and I'm so sorry that I look rough. I always say this in all my videos because I know I always look rough in all my videos, and but yeah, so yeah, this is kind of like a very serious video. I'm not even gonna make jokes because there's nothing funny about this whole thing. I was very skeptical about posting this because I just feel like it's this whole period since like Dev's death has been quite disrespectful. I'm not even gonna lie. Like everything has been so disrespectful from the videos that videos that people are posting, and I'm just like, you people are so insensitive. Why are you going to post someone's pictures in that state? Like I don't want to remember him as he was a great artist, an amazing person, and he was something. Even if I didn't know him personally, he was someone that I just really valued in my life. Like his music spoke to me. I was like a huge fan. If you know me, you know how much I really loved him. But so because I honestly just feel I don't know how I would feel if someone close to me passed on and people are having all these arguments about him, videos coming out embarrassing him, like about his personal life and all those things. I don't know how it feel as a person who's mourning. I would honestly just feel so bad and feel so disrespected. So that's why I didn't want to make this video about him specifically, and just wanted to be like a general video teaching you guys about this topic. And I feel like now is the time. I don't know. And also because I know that I have such a small following, so it's not like I'm gonna send this video out and millions of people are gonna view it. No, it's just gonna be like such a small following, but maybe over time other people are gonna see. So how did this come up? How do I want to do this like so abruptly, like that I even look like this? But so I was just like, going through Facebook because everyone's just been going through Facebook these days now. And I saw that video of Dave being abused by those girls. And I went down on people's comments, yeah, and most of the people that are taking it as a joke or laughing about it are women. Like I've seen so many women, so many females. I'm gonna say women, females are saying, "Oh, it wasn't even that serious. Oh, what. It's not even that big of a deal. Maybe that's just how they play in their relationship." And I'm like, shut up. Like if the and this is one thing that because the guys are the ones that are advocating for it. Like so many guys are posting and saying, no, we need to find these girls. They need to be arrested because that was abuse. That was 100% abuse. Like there's no two ways about it, no justification for it, no matter what he did. So like because I've seen so many women being for it, like it's like they are thinking that oh this girl was right to do it. Those girls actually, and plus the nigga who was taking the video were so right to do that thing. There's nothing wrong with it. I was just like, oh my god, there's something wrong. And I've had a few of my friends ask me like, oh, what's your take as a feminist? What's your take as a feminist? And I'm just like, see, I'm a human being, and so I'm here to like just give you guys a few definitions in case you guys don't understand so many things about feminism as a movement, or like, yeah, I just want to like put out a few definitions so that you guys can get it, can like understand what feminism is about. Because I feel like some people are expecting me to be for the woman just because she's female. I'm supposed to support her, and I'm like, hold up, relax. So there's so many dynamics surrounding this whole thing, and let's get right into this video. I'm not even going to put an intro because there's no time, no point. So one first thing that I want to like, and I'm going to give you very basic definitions. I'm not going to give you dictionary definitions, Google definitions, because I'm trying to make sure that we all are on the same page. The first word I want us to know is patriarchy. So what's this? This is a system or a culture. Most of us in Zambia are living in a very patriarchal society where it is the man that has power or that has authority. You know, like how our fathers at home are the ones that call the shots. Even me at home, if I want to go out when I had a dad, if I wanted to go out, I would ask my mom. My mom would go ask my dad. If my dad says no, even if my mom thinks I should go, I'm not going anywhere. Okay, so that's a patriarchal system. That's a patriarchal society where men have got more power, more authority, more privileges than women. Yeah, basic, simple. So that this is kind of where feminism comes from, because when men have more power, it means that there are women who have less power, right? Less authority. Like even in your home, you and your brothers can tell your parents something. Ah, mommy, I'm going out tomorrow. They'll be like, oh, okay. But me, if I tell my mom, even if I'm older than my younger brother, and say, mommy, I'm going out tomorrow, they'll be like, why? Who? When? Where? So that's a privilege that my brother has. That's because he's male that I do not have. Do you get me? So now let me tell you what feminism is. I think the Google definition of feminism is that it's a political, social, and economical, I don't know, political, social, and it must be economical empowerment of women, so that both genders have got equality. Yeah. And I remember having a conversation with someone about this, and the first thing they told me was, oh, so then since you guys want equality, if I told you to go lift bags of cement or to go lift heavy things, would you go carry them? And I'm like, that's not the point. So why is there feminism? Why is there a movement? Why do we want equality? I'm going to give you one very simple basic example of equality in education. So like right now, if you work in a bank, you're probably going to find more males that are bosses than women. The women will probably be like cleaners, or they'll be at the reception, they'll be doing such jobs, but the guys they'll be the ones they're the bosses in the office, right? Exactly. If you go to schools, you find that the headmasters, the people who are like the senior teachers, there are more males than females. Now, why is it like that? Yeah, if we go back to history, we're going to realize that there's so many females that were getting married at a very young age. Yeah, let's say if it's a family, there are 2 girls and 2 boys. Two of those girls, the 2 girls, when they reach 14, 13, 14, 15, I don't know what the hell that is. Yeah, sorry. When they reach 13, 14, they're going to be married off, right? When they're married off, it means they're not going to complete school. What does that mean? There's no school for them, there's no job for them. It means that in the business sector, in the leadership sector, in all those things in future, we have lost 2 girls. Why? Because they're going to be home and they're going to be wives. When those 2 boys that went to school grow up, they'll come back and marry 2 other girls. It means we've lost again on having 2 other girls in leadership and in power and in politics, because they're going to be wives. Now, that wasn't just happening like, oh, once in a while we have one girl who's been married. No, it was happening at the same time. So many women are being married off, so many girls are being married off while they were young, while males of their age were going to school, they were advancing in their careers, they're having all these opportunities. Yeah. So over time, now we don't really have so much children marriages, but we have pregnancies. So these pregnancies, so many young girls are getting pregnant. Yeah. So it means that it's the same cycle. So many young girls are not completing their education. So many young girls are not advancing in their careers. So many young girls are being wives and not working, while boys are advancing. So that is why right now we have more males who have good education, quality education. They're bosses, they're working, they're doing all those things. And so as feminists, as the movement, we've understood this and we've said, oh, okay, so we know where this is coming from. We know why there's so many men who are up here and so many women who are down here. So what feminism wants to do is that it just wants to bridge this gap. That is why they're saying we're going to empower women. What does empowering look like? Empowering looks like coming through and saying, oh, since we know that there's so many women who fall pregnant, let's have organizations to teach them how to not fall pregnant at a young age. Okay, we've moved a step up. Let's have organizations to help those girls that have already fallen pregnant and help them to go back to school. Oh, okay, let's have laws that are going to tell our parents not to marry off their children while they're young. Oh, okay. So you've seen, that's what empowering looks like. It's coming up. We're not saying men come down. We're not saying we hate men. We're not saying we want anything bad to happen to men. We're just saying we want this other gender that has been down for so long to have an opportunity to be empowered and reach the same level as men. And I know this is scary for men because men feel intimidated, because they think, oh, if we have more females being empowered, being educated, then we're going to come and strip them off of their power. We don't want that. We don't hate men. I'm feminist. I don't hate men. Okay, I've had boyfriends. I've dated. I've done other things. That shouldn't be the reason or the basis, because that's what most men say. Oh, I don't hate women. Or okay, that's a story for another day. That's a story for another day. That's about like gender-based violence or whatever, abuse and other things. So therefore, that's all I want as a female. And so feminism is very subjective. For me, as an African Zambian girl, that's what feminism looks like for me. Like in my context, that's the type of empowerment I want. But another person who comes from the US and they don't even know what early marriages are because their culture was different. They don't do that. So them, that form of feminism is going to be different from me because they want an empowerment of a different kind, not the one that I want. That's why feminism can change. Feminism can vary. But what I know is that the core principles of feminism is that, for me personally, my opinions, we don't hate men. We don't hate men. We don't want to disempower men. We don't want to do anything bad to men. No, we just want this form of empowerment that's going to give us equal opportunities with this other gender. So because men are already in this position of power, this is where I'm going to bring in what? Toxic masculinity. So toxic masculinity is this thing that we all have in society that makes us say that, oh, because you're a man, because you're powerful, because you have so much authority, you should show us that power. And how do men show that power? By showing as if they don't have emotions, not talking about their mental health, not expressing how they feel about issues, not wanting other people to give them opinions about stuff. Why? Because they are powerful, okay? That's what society has built them. It's not their fault, okay? I understand. Me understand. It's not your fault. It's not your fault that as a man you have the ego, you have all those things. But I'm not saying you should hold on to it. That's the problem. Because why do we have more? I think we have higher rates of suicide from men than women, significantly. Why? Because as a woman, I have been taught to have emotions, to feel things, to feel bad, to be heard, to voice out when I feel bad. But men don't know what that is. Men can't speak out about their emotions. Men cannot speak out about how they feel, or when they're being abused, because society does not expect a man to be hurting. Society expects a man to be a superhero, to be some Iron Man that doesn't feel anything. And that they know because they've been built that way by society. That's what they know. Okay? So that's what that's what feminism comes up, okay? Because we're trying to break the patriarchy, or trying to break this system that makes men less human. It makes men feel as though they don't have emotions, feel as though they can't speak out about their health, mental health. They can't speak out about all these things. They can't feel pain. They can't cry. And then it's also, we're also breaking and saying, no, women are more than just wives. Women are more than, there's nothing wrong if you want to be a wife. You could be a wife, but you have career aspirations. You have a life. You have so many things that you could do than just be home and be this object that you're just living. You're not doing anything. You're not aspiring to be anything or anyone in life. Do you get me? Feminism is for me. I believe that feminism is for both sexes, because what you're trying to break is the patriarchy, and the patriarchy is destroying both genders, and we understand that. It's disempowering women, and at the same time it's also disempowering men, and it's discrediting like their ability to feel things, their ability to be human beings, their ability to say that I can't do this on my own, their ability to ask for help. And there are so many women who are saying on that post and posting and saying, "Oh, who are you to start saying that these girls should be arrested because if he himself while he was alive he didn't report this to anyone. He decided to keep it to himself. So who are you to come and say, oh, he should be arrested?" And I said, that's dumb. Like, that was the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Because in my head, I'm like, who would have believed him? Imagine if a man right now went to the police station and say, I'm being abused by my wife. I'm being physically abused by my wife or by my girlfriend. Do you think those people are going to take him seriously? Men laugh at each other because even themselves, they have this toxicity among themselves, because they also believe, it's like this man is believing, me, I'm supposed to be this, this powerful, all powerful being. Even the other man is thinking the same thing. So it's like, even to each other, they can't even share it, their emotions. They can't share with me right now. I'm not okay. I'm not at a good mental state. I'm not at a good emotional state. So to have women say stuff like that girl was right. Oh my gosh, my heart just couldn't understand. And it's the same thing to have men come up to me and say, oh, they thought as a feminist I would agree to that. No, I'm not I'm not against men. I'm not trying to kill all men in this world. Please, please, please. That's not what feminism is about. I'm not trying to kill men. I'm not saying, oh, men should feel pain, men should feel hurt because they do this to us and they do that, 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 that. No. That's not what feminism is about. And I hope, I don't know, I've got so many things going on in my head right now. And I'm just so confused because I just can't understand. Like, everything has just been happening at the same time. But anyway, guys, this is all I wanted to say. I just wanted to give you guys a definition of what I think feminism is for me. And how I think that that act was so wrong. It was 100% wrong. It was abuse. And yeah, if the genders were reversed, obviously I'm so certain that action would have taken place by now already. And it's so sad to just see that men's emotions, men's feelings are so disrespected. Like, they're just so unconsidered. it just doesn't matter. Just because he didn't cry, just because he wasn't screaming, just because he didn't report it, doesn't mean it's right. So if you saw a girl being abused or being raped, and because she didn't report it, you're going to say, oh, it's okay, she probably just also wanted it. Are you sure? Are you seriously going to say something like that? Like, but anyway, thank you for watching this video. If you reached till the end, that's great. I hope you did. Yeah, you did. If you're hearing this, then you did. But thank you so much for watching. See you next time.